Scorpio, and welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. I literally am getting to you last because I'm sorry. Oh gosh, I have a new friend, and his name is Theo, and he's very precocious and he's biting my ankles. So if you hear him bark in the background or you see me flinch in some way, it's because Theo has come to play randomly. But again, I'm sorry, guys, that I'm getting to you so late. I literally uploaded 7 videos, in the month of December, and I'm pretty sure that yours was one. None of them uploaded. It was just horrible. It was processing forever. It was just a mess. So I scrapped the month of December, unfortunately. But what's coming is better, right? So for the month of January, New Year 2020, so much is changing with a lot of different people. It's like everyone is in some type of a transition. And I think this is going to be definitely relevant to you, Scorpio, in some way. While meditating this morning with my coffee, I have like a whole regimen, like an old person, even though I'm not that old. But it helps me to be very grounded, right? In the things that I want to create. I have to ground myself in a way that I can pinpoint my feelings and can address things, in the appropriate manner, just more of a balanced situation. But today, while meditating and knowing that I was going to bring forward a message for you, this dog is, he's literally biting me right now. I'm sorry. Stop it. What I did get for you, Scorpio, is that fun. I think what has been going on with a lot of the water signs recently, it's been a little bit heavy, right? Heavy with feelings, with emotion, with just things that you're trying to correct, change, make better, right? But just for some reason, water signs, for example, Pisces, Cancer, not even Aquarius, they're not water sign, but Scorpio, there's something that's releasing for us in particular that has something to do with balancing our home and family, or work and life, and whatever that is, whatever that looks like. And that balance is going to come with fun. I felt jovial. I felt excited. I felt like, I'm going to bring this message forward because I think there's something that you need to hear, Scorpio. I think a lot of times people don't realize Scorpios are very thoughtful. Or maybe they do realize that. But you're constantly always thinking, you're always evaluating. And a part of evaluating is also reevaluating. Scorpios kind of live in between now and before. They live in a place between now, present, and before, past. And it's a little bit harder for them to kind of move in a very forward movement when it comes, in respects to their feelings, not in respects to life, okay? Just in your feelings, right? So what I want to tell you, though, is the message I have for you is that, to move forward in the growing of these new feelings, these new experiences, it's going to take a little bit of fun. You're going to have to open up and kind of get a different perspective on things. And it's going to be fun while doing it. Okay, Scorpio? So let's pull some cards. This dog, now he's looking at me. So it's my feet, by the way, not anything. Anyway, let's pull some cards. And I do want to thank you for being patient. It's been an interesting year. 2019 has been not even just a year of change, because it definitely was, but it was a year of planning, preparation for what's to come. And what's happening in the year of 2020 is harvest. But a part of your harvest, Scorpio, is going to have to do with having some fun, kind of letting your hair down and looking at things from a different perspective. Maybe taking off the detective glasses. Maybe get one foot out of the past a little bit and kind of move a little bit more, and use a little bit more intuition and moving towards your future and whatever your future looks like, inclusive of the future that you're actually creating that has nothing to do with feelings, but everything to do with just you, growing you, making you whole, a whole individual, a whole person, okay? And it should be lighthearted. It should be fun. It'll allow you to see yourself in a different way, you know? So, let's see what we have. Oh. Again, I am horribly, I feel like this is so last minute, you know, to kind of bring forward this message, because honestly, tomorrow starts a whole new you. Tomorrow starts a whole new you. I think that might be the name of your message, Scorpio. Interesting. All right, so let's get some cards for Scorpio. Can we get a few cards for Scorpio and what is coming towards them in the month of January 2020? January 2020. It's almost like the cards don't even want to flip over, but I see that you're showing up here. I see you showing up. Wow. Okay, because I was about to say, I don't know. Okay, all right, I think we have had enough. Thank you, Spirit. And on the bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. Okay. All right, so let's let me have a, I'm sorry, I'm in a very funny mood today. It's very like kiddish. It's very kiddish. I don't know why. I started the day like this, basically. I woke up with this feeling of like something new is on the horizon, but I'm definitely feeling kiddish. Okay, let's go here. Awesome. All right, Scorpio, what do we have? What should you know? What's coming toward you? There's some things being revealed to you even now. What I'm getting is that you know that you're about to walk into something a little bit different. It's going to basically turn your situation into something that you didn't really account for, if that makes any sense. I think there's a checks and balances when in respects to what you're doing and what you're trying to grow. There's a checks and there's a balances situation happening, you know, and you like to have a lot of control over what those things look like. But what this is telling me is that in your very recent past, you've been in a situation where you've kind of felt like you've been protecting something against something you didn't know. Like you didn't know something, but let me see. Let me think about this for a second, because I want to laugh. Because what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling is like two different things. So you have been coming from very recently from the Nine of Wands energy. The Nine of Wands energy is like energy that says that you are protecting. Nothing is going in and nothing is coming out. Like you're basically blocking off anything that could be good, bad, ugly, change, whatever it is. You are trying to grasp all the things that you can control, that is within your control. And the Nine of Wands energy is that. It's showing me a picture of a person who's just trying to control the things that they have control of, basically. But the funny thing is that you were kind of put in that position based on something new that has approached you recently in the moon. The moon speaks of, some people like to say Cancer, some people say Pisces, but basically it's all the things of the unknown, right? What this is telling me is that there's a part of you that is unleashing or breaking free. And you, being you, with your checks and balances. You're trying to almost tame the beast, if that makes any sense. You don't know exactly where this can go. It's growing and it's becoming a little bit bigger than you imagine it could be. And so because of it, you not knowing where things can go, but you got a feeling that something is coming. It's just a very unknown feeling for you. You're just like grasping at straws. Like, okay, wait. I need to figure this out. I don't know what this is, but I know that this is good. And, I know that it's good. I don't know what it is, but I need to protect myself. And that's basically the energy that you've been in. Been in for some time, I would say. And also, with that energy of the Nine of Wands is the Nine of Swords. So it's almost like a mental, like having a mental, just worry, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of fear attached to the things that you don't know. It's like these things surmised very recently, it looks like to me, but at the same time, in this time, you were feeling a little bit heavy in your thoughts, heavy in your, just the way you were as a person, just very heavy, just kind of burdened, if that makes any sense. Up at night, not being able to really get a good night's sleep, a night's rest, constantly toiling over different things, just different things. It could be your family, it could be work, it could be anything, but it's keeping you up. And what this is also showing me is that at this point right now where we are, in your very, very much your present sense, you are meeting, it looks to be, okay, so you are in, your struggle is head over heart. Your struggle is head over heart. It's almost like you realize that within you, you could have anything. Like that you can create anything for yourself. That. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is like make a wish, right? You realize that all of this stuff is in your grasp. You have the potential of creating the life that you want. But there's something that you've been a little bit blocked in. And it has something to do with your cups, like the heart. Now, Scorpio, you are a cups energy. You're a Scorpio. So that means that you are of a water energy. And a lot of times I think that even though you can be what feels to be a little detached, people don't realize that it's because you are a feelings person, right? So you're feeling. So what this is showing me is that, you are making wishes. You are actively making wishes, and you're wishing in partnerships. You're wishing in the Two of Cups. So these are things that you want to come to fruition. You are wishing in your love life. You're wishing in your pinnacles, in your business, You have some very significant partnerships happening. But at the same time, it's causing you a little bit of stress in some way. It's almost like spirit kind of nudging you to be a very whole or full person. And you're still holding on to the things that you know for sure. Because what you don't know is what being and walking in and becoming this King of Cups, and this is male or female, right? Being this King of Cups. The King of Cups, that energy is someone who's very balanced, but balanced in emotion, okay? Balance in just the things how they love, unconditional love. Like that's the King of Cups energy. And it seems to me that what Spirit is doing for you right now is he is partnering you up with this person, someone who is duality, right? The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups speaks of duality. The higher, honestly, the Two of Cups speaks of relationships. And your better half is basically what the Two of Cups speak of. But it doesn't have to be a love relationship with another person. It could be a friendship. It could be anything. It could be a lot of different things. Um, if you watch my readings before, you know that I tend to stay away from like the idea of like everything has to be about love. Everyone wants to know how their career is going to turn out, how their finances is going to look, and where is their other half, right? So I try to give a very decent reading that kind of will cover everything. But honestly, the honest truth of this is, Scorpio, is that you've been feeling a little left out of a situation, and it has to do with you not knowing how to move forward in a loving energy, in this Two of Cups energy. And how it's like you're at a crossroads with the Two of Swords, thinking mind over heart over head, mind over heart, something like that. But you're in this energy of like it's consideration. Like Two of Swords is speaking about I'm considering it, I'm thinking about it, I just don't know how I'm going to move forward. But this reading is literally about your Two of Cups. And you actually being able to walk in it and become this energy of the King of Cups, balanced. This is also showing me that it's not something that's far from what you actually want. I just don't think that you know how to get it. And because you don't know how to get it with this moon energy, you don't know how to walk into it. It's almost like it's being hidden from you, and it's on purpose. It's not that's not a sleight of hand, right? This is being hidden from you because I think that what Spirit is telling you is that if you got your hands on this, it would not turn out the way it's supposed to. There's a path that has already been blazed for you, and Spirit is saying, well, I'm gonna go ahead and have you feel a little bit confused at this moment so that I can come in and work my magic, right? So that I can come in and grant you this Nine of Cups. I think what you have to realize, Scorpio, is that a lot of times when you're manifesting things, and especially in this time right now, so between December 26th and January 24th, there's another new moon. There's another full moon on January 10th. There's another full moon. That's a full moon eclipse in Cancer, right? Between right now and that full moon eclipse in Cancer, this will come to some sort of, you'll have more answers with this. This is being held from you on purpose. But there's movement. There's movement happening here, and literally it's out of your hands. I wish I could tell you a little bit different, but Two of Cups energy speaks of soulmates. It speaks of something divine. And Spirit's hands is all over this. So there was a time, and it doesn't have to be in this time, because we manifest things in different times, and we don't realize we're wishing and we're asking, or maybe it's our heart asking and wishing, and then Spirit, God, Source, Universe comes around, and every so often, like in this moment right now, they grant wishes. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave it there. This is funny to me, and it's funny to me because it's coming up as a reading right now for Scorpio, and I have two friends, one female and one male, and this is relevant to both of them. Actually three Scorpios that I know, and this is very relevant for them. It's gonna resonate. Absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull one more card. Now I got these cards yesterday, and they're like, not affirmations as much as they are like just little sayings, and some things are kind of, I don't know, shed a little bit more light on this. I hate to be the one to tell you, but this wish you wished for a long time ago, and this is being hidden from you on purpose, because what you've built up in the past with the Nine of Wands is a way to not have to deal with what is coming for you. the whole you. So, all right. Let's see if we can get another card, and then I will pull a final card from your spirit guide. Let's see, and see what maybe message or information they have to lend you for that. Oh boy. Okay, so you got 2 cards, Scorpio. I have to fucking laugh. It's so crazy to me that this comes up the way this comes up, and it just does. So anyway, the first card you got is, you want a person who comes into your life by accident but stays on purpose. And that's why Spirit has his hands all over this. Love yourself as much as you want your soulmate to love you. Something is coming for you, Scorpio. Something is coming for you, and I do believe you know. I think you know, but you just don't know how. You don't know how it's going to play out. Let's get one more card from the Moonology deck and see what comes up. This is very interesting to me. I had a conversation this morning with a girlfriend of mine, and she's Scorpio. And just like anybody else or everyone else, it seems, not everyone, but a lot of people right now, there's this feeling inside that's kind of bubbling up, and it's anticipation. You feel something coming. You don't know exactly what it is. And that's what we spoke about this morning. And now, as I'm looking at this reading, I'm going to tell her that, baby, what is coming is your other half. And it has been interesting. Something that you've been wishing for. And she's not a person that's really she's not a person that needs another person to feel whole. She's very much independent and very whole in herself. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't want, to spend her life with someone. I don't know. This is just odd. Anyway, one day I'll get a card and then I can wrap this reading up. Thank you. Jesus. Oh, shit. You know what? I just can't make this shit up. This is crazy. Lord, you have 3 cards. Okay, first card. Be bold and make the first move, Scorpio. So if you have an idea of who this is, maybe you do. I don't know. Be bold and make the first move. That's your first card. Second card, don't let your past hold you back in the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. I think we said that, right? Earlier in the reading. Something about you being in the present, but continue to look back in the past and not able to move forward, right? In respects to love or the feelings of love. Oh, last but not least, bring love into the situation. I can't make this shit up. I don't know. This is just what happens. Bring love into the situation. So listen, I hear friends, I hear chatter around me, and I hear, girl, I cannot make it up. Bring love into the situation. Be bold and make the first move, and don't let your past hold you back. That is your guidance, Scorpio, as to how you can move forward in this love 2 of Cups relationship, okay? That is absolutely spirit derived. Wow. And I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. I hope this resonates for someone. I realized that it wasn't a lot of information, and that's because, again, this has been hidden from you, okay? But they are coming. And soon a path will be blazed, and, it's all on you. So I'm going to leave it there, and thank you for coming. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you do. If not, great. But either way, I'll see you on the next one.